Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star. And after the Carabao Cup, the Premier League is back, and we're going to be playing playing Brighton twice, in fact, in a span of 3 days. And we have Prayan with us to talk about the EPL match that's going to happen on Saturday night. So, Prayan, coming into the EPL, having lost to Crystal Palace, we all remember that it's been like a week of dejection and a rather negative mood around the camp. How important do you think a victory is for our players and our manager?
It's crucial, man. It's crucial. Starting off the season with a loss at home to Crystal Palace, that too by like a 3-1 margin. That's like it's really bad, and our players, our team will need to sort of step up and get out of this rut now because um, I know it's one game, but it was a shocking result for the fans, for the team, for everyone. So they have to step out of it. They need a victory, and they need a comprehensive victory to sort of get the confidence back up. Otherwise,
I,
it's going to
I
be a long down season.
I agree with you, and the way ex players are coming out and talking about Manchester United now just goes to show what the fans feel. I mean, the fans may not think they have a voice, but these players definitely have a voice, and they're finally expressing it.
Yeah.
So I think from this full week of negativity, we can just look at that positive. But that being said, an unconvincing win at midweek, do you think that gives us confidence going into this game, or do you think that was just treated as preseason and like the second team got certain amount of minutes and we're good?
I think I mean, okay, we got the win, but I didn't. I mean, no one expected us to lose that game. I'm sure you couldn't have possibly lost to Luton Town. And I think Dean Henderson was a good positive from the game. He had a great game. Mata played well. Mata was pretty good throughout the game. But again, I think we needed to bring on Greenwood and Bruno and all to sort of get the goals towards the end. So still, it's still not clicking as of now. But hopefully, the Premier League pressure sort of gets them to gel together and play well now.
I think I agree with you. I was rather disappointed with the victory because it was just the scoreline didn't show how the game was. I think Luton Town were way deserved something way better vis-a-vis a 3-0 result. But getting back to the Premier League, so as you mentioned, Dean Henderson had a brilliant save that denied the game from becoming 1-1 in the game. We saw Lingard showing a lot of off the ball, pressing, something that we haven't seen since I think the semi-final of against Chelsea
And even Van
last
de
season.
Beek, I think his runs were
Yep.
beautiful. He ran
Yep.
into spaces, and I mean, I've never seen that before. It was just very good to watch, very
So,
promising.
so that's where the question now lies because people, what is your take on the starting 11? Do you see like Pogba dropping out after that dismal performance against Crystal Palace, Van de Beek taking his place? Because definitely we can't play all three of them against a Brighton team that will attack and not sit back.
So that's sort of a very tough one for Ole, I think, because Pogba is Pogba. I get it. He has those games, but when he's on song, he's among the best in the world. So it's a very difficult one, but I don't think he'll start Van de Beek. I think he'll go with the same midfield.
So
I
so
don't think
what's
he'll
your
mix it.
11 then?
Uh, I hope he doesn't start Dan James. He has to bring back Greenwood. Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, they have to come. Bruno, Pogba, Matic. Uh, right back, I think Van Bissaka has to come back. I would want to see Bai play instead of Lindelof. Because Lindelof has been pretty bad. And Bai did have a good game. He was pretty solid at the back. So Bai, hopefully with Maguire and obviously Luke Shaw as left back and De Gea as keeper.
I think I agree with that team. The only issue I see is Matic played midweek, so will he have the legs to go at it again? So I would rather put McTominay in there, and I'm going to drop Pogba for this game. I'm going to put Van de Beek. I mean, he's played about 1.5 games for United, scored one goal, made some beautiful runs. Pogba Pogba shines when he has to, but if you get him off the bench, he has a point to prove. We saw that against Spurs after COVID started, right? I mean, after the COVID end and then the game started. So I think both these sides are strong enough to beat Brighton. To be honest, they aren't that bigger threat. They lost to Chelsea. They beat Portsmouth. They beat Newcastle, and they beat Preston North End um, last night. So we do play them in the Carabao. But anyone that you think that needs to be looked at, maybe Eric Bailly and Neil Maupay fight going on in
Yeah,
the.
it's just that, it's again, I mean, teams know our weakness now. I mean, if you press United high and if you have those quick attackers in your team, you are likely to get a result against United. I think that's the norm now, and they do have that. Brighton exactly played the same way. We saw against Chelsea also. Chelsea didn't have a very good first half. They just won that one penalty, and otherwise they were pretty. It was pretty even in the first half. So I think. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be. I think it's the first 10 minutes will be sort of like you'll know in the first 10 minutes. If in the first 10 minutes we end up dominating the game, I think it'll be a good game. But if the 10 minutes, it's Brighton pressing and our backline making errors, and or the worst thing, if we concede a goal, it's going to be a tough game again.
I agree. I think the first goal is going to be crucial because
Yeah.
another goal that we concede would just dampen our attitude towards the game, and I wouldn't like to see that. And so let's just straight jump into it, Priyan. Score predictions and man of the match.
I think I'll go for a 2-0 United. And I said this last time also. I think I want Rashford to step up now. It's been too long that he's been out of form now. I get that he's been injured or what. If he's injured, then don't play him, Ole. If he's injured, don't play him. But if he's not injured and if he's raring to go, just get the win, man. You need the goals. He needs to show up now.
I agree. I agree with you. I'm going with a 2-1 to Manchester United. I think we will concede because that's how our defense looks like at the moment. They aren't that well packed or well gelled unit. But I do see Martial scoring because Greenwood and Rashford got one, so Martial can't stay back for too long.
Yeah.
And then maybe Bruno gets a penalty because we have Archester at the end of the day, or Penchester, whatever you want to call it. But guys, that's about it. We think we'll beat Brighton, a team that Priyan thought is going to get relegated, by the way, in the game on Saturday. Let us know what you think the final score result will be, who will be the most important player for this game. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.